Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Today we're chatting about the 1-0 loss against Cape Town City and why Kaizer Chiefs has not announced a new player and hasn't said there's no rumors, there's no nothing about new players. And I'll give you my opinion on that, on what I think about that. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe, and subscribe, guys. Happy New Year. Don't let Chiefs depress you in the first game of the year. Guys, just don't let it happen. Don't let it. It's too early to be depressed by Kaizer Chiefs. But yeah, let's start by saying this. I'm gonna do player ratings quick, and highlight what I wanna say about the player ratings, and just highlight where I think things were going wrong and right. Vuma. Vuma is not a good keeper. The one thing I've often said about Vuma that hits him a lot, if I had to pick one thing that makes Vuma not a good keeper, and I think it's very simple if you actually think about it. Why Vuma is not a good keeper is because he doesn't know how to position himself. I know a lot of you guys will be like, a keeper that doesn't know how to position himself. What are you trying to say, my man? And then I'm like, exactly that. Watch when a team scores against Vuma, they score goals that are not meant to be going in the net. But the ones that are like difficult and stuff like that, for some reason Vuma can save those ones. He just gets beaten by the useless ones. Like he gets beaten by these near post shots. He gets beaten by, these useless things. How do you lose How do you let someone score you go near post? I remember Sundowns' new player, that Ethiopian guy. When he came and Sundowns was beating us 4-0, he hit Vuma the same way, near post. Vuma never learns his lesson. But anyway, Vuma, I'm going to give him a rating of 3. The why I'm giving him a rating of 3 is because we lost 3 points because of it. But I'm not going to give him any less than 3 because he did have good saves. He did save us. Someone would say maybe I must give him 5 to be fair, etc. But my problem is not conceding. My problem is that how you concede. You can't keep conceding at your near post. Rather the person goes and hits you at the far post. That's one we can accept. But near post, it's unacceptable. The next one is Ditlokwe. Ditlokwe, I'm going to give a 6.5. Did his job. Excellent. 6.5. Yeah, he I know a lot of people are like, hey, Rhodes was cooking Ditlokwe. No, guys. Ditlokwe understands what he is. Ditlokwe understands that, and with a fast, tricky player, he cannot approach a fast, tricky player with pace, but he can guide him. And that is what Ditlokwe did. Rose was running, but he never had an end product because there was a person who was guiding him the whole time. When Ditlokwe always had a chance, he would kick the ball out or he would recover the ball. And that is why I like Ditlokwe. Not this thing of about cross, Guti. When Rhodes is running, he already runs past Ukross. We already know Ukross over slide and no. So yeah, that's why 6.5. Dudley is going to get a 4 today. You guys are going to be like, Dudley, why? No, actually, let me not say 4. Let me say 5.5. Dudley's going to get a 5.5. He had a good game. Yes, he had a good game. But there's one thing that I'm seeing about Dudley's game that I'm scared of and I don't like, is that Dudley, Chiefs have given him this role of saying he's going to be our playmaker and he's going to be the center back that is going to basically run the center back. And that is a problem because Dudley is a number 2. He's not a number 1. And because Miguel is not comfortable on the ball to dominate that number 1 defensive role, he has to hand over that role to Dudley. But Dudley is not good at it. Mentally, he gets too comfortable. He ends up being casual because he wants to always remain calm. And that is Dudley's problem. I'm not saying he will not be that going forward or in the future. I'm just saying right now, he's too casual and he makes mistakes in the game that we're lucky we don't get punished for. But on another day, we will get punished because he marks a player on the wrong side. It's 2 games running where I had one comment on Dudley. This thing of marking a defender on the wrong side and then they just twist you and they go past you. It frustrates me. I don't know how. It's bad. It's just textbook defending and you get it terribly wrong. So Miguel, I'm going to give a 5.5 to 6. He's not at fault at the goal. He went up. There was others were meant to cover him, but when he was called on, he intercepted the ball well. He took a lot of challenges. He took one for the team where we got a yellow card. So Miguel was a fighter, so 5.5 to 6. Some would even argue 6.5, but yeah, it's that. Frosler, no. Frosler is going to get a 3. Frosler is going to get a 3 because the goal we conceded is actually his fault. Before we even get to Vuma, it's Frosler's fault. Frosler let that guy get away. And I'm not saying if you watch that goal again, that game again, Frosler is actually standing next to the guy who scores. Next to, you know what I'm saying next to? I mean, that guy is next to before that guy starts running, he's standing next to Frosler. Then that guy decides to run, but Frosler is watching the ball. He leaves that guy because in Frosler's mind, he has decided that guy will never get the ball. Then that guy runs with the full pace. And then they release the ball to that guy, Darwin Nunes or whatever, Gonzalez, whatever his name is. And then this Gonzalez, Baba, by the time he gets the ball, Frosler is late. He can't do anything. So the goal we conceded, if you blame Vuma for that goal happening, you have a right because Vuma considered his near post, but the actual person you must blame for that goal is Frosler. Frosler is the main culprit of that goal. He's the biggest person for that goal. But yeah, the next one is Mteto. Mteto, I'm going to give him a performance of 6.5 to 7. There's a lot of things that you guys didn't see in the first half. Mteto broke so many of Cape Town City's play. So many times he broke even the fouls where you saying he kicks people. He kicks people in the right area. Meaning that he didn't kick someone last minute. He kicked those Cape Town City before they even start the move. Then the ref can't give him a yellow card. The ref kept giving him warnings, because he's doing professional fouls. He's breaking down play. His only fault in the first half was that he was just not passing. But I have a reason for that, why he wasn't passing right. Matt was dead. Matt was kaput. Matt was dead. Duba is not a creative player. He can't open space. Sahile can't open space. It forces Mteto to go and do a job he was not signed to do because the people around him are not functioning. Then Mteto, what he does, and this is one thing I like about Mteto, but unfortunately, he should not be doing. But I like that Mteto doesn't just sit if something is not happening. So if he has the ball and he passes you, and he sees you're going to struggle, Mteto automatically makes a run to open space for you. But the problem is that the moment Mteto runs and opens the space for you, he's already leaving the position he's never meant to be leaving. Then he finds himself up front. And when he gets up front, we know that is not his specialty. He doesn't know how to pass or who to pass. He wants to give someone the ball who knows what to do with the ball. But that's where the mistakes come in. So yeah, I won't blame Mteto there. Matt is a 2. One would even say Matt is a 1. Matt was just terrible. Like, Matt is one of those players who was in this game and you could only see him throw in. Matt, yeah, there are some people who were Kaizer Chiefs keeper till today, and we are forced to because we are fair fans. I think Kaizer Chiefs fans are fair fans. If a player does well in a game, I think we're fair enough to say he did well in the game. But at the same time, we know certain players should not be wearing the Chiefs jersey. Like Matt should not be wearing a Chiefs jersey, but because we as Kaizer Chiefs fans or fair fans, we will give him the benefit of the doubt. In games he performs well. But the one thing we are all sure of is that Matt should not be playing for Kaizer Chiefs. The next one is Mdu Shabalala. Mdu Shabalala, I'm going to give a 6. Mdu Shabalala does all the great work, but decision making. A lot of people will blame you too. I don't blame you, my boy. I don't blame you for having bad decision making. You know what Mdu is playing like right now? When you guys see him hold on to the ball for too much, Remember the games where Sereno was playing against Sundowns and stuff like that, and Sereno kept holding on the ball for too long, and then we're like, Sereno, pass, pass. And then Sereno understands, Guti, I can't pass someone ongana plan. So I have to pass him in a moment where that person is going to be the most dangerous or have the most advantage. And that's what Sereno tries to do. He tries to not release the ball unless he knows when he releases it, it will get that player in the best position. And that's what Umdu is starting to do. He's starting to do this thing of wanting to make the best play. And sometimes it makes him start dilly-dallying with the ball. Dupree, almost non-existent. Good energy, but non-existent so far. Duba, also like Matt, non-existent, so 3. Saile, I'm going to give him a 5 to 5.5. You can say you didn't like him, etc., etc., but he was a threat when he was getting the ball, and he did make his dumb mistakes that he makes. But he gave Umdu a tap in. Umdu didn't score. That's what we can say about Saile. The bench players, there's not much I can say about the bench players. Nabi, I'm going to give him a rating of 3. Bad substitutions, maybe 4. Let me give him a rating of 4. Because I'm yet to see Nabi do spectacular subs or spectacular game changes and stuff. Nabi is the kind of coach who wants to do the same thing over and over again, and sometimes it's very frustrating to watch a coach who has one plan and one plan only. Like, sometimes you just have to move the midfield around. Like, this was a game where I didn't expect to see Cross and Blom. If I'm going to see Blom, at least don't put Blom as a right back. Maybe you put him as a midfielder or something, like, let's add numbers in the right place. Let's, add numbers in the right place. Add Umatlo, add Umfundo Vilagazi, and then maybe like add Usamkelo Zwane, but not as a 6 or an 8, but more as a 10. Leave him up front, let him play up front, let him just be up front. And those are the kind of changes I want to see. And even Pule Modi, as bad as he was in the previous game, throw him in. Let's see what he will do. Those are the kind of changes I wanted. The ones I saw were just too many defenders, man. We were losing and we put into, like, Rivranga is like a defender, Blom defender, Cross defender, Samkelo Zwane at 6 and 8 is also like a defender that even can't even defend. Yeah. In terms of signings, let me touch on the signings. I have a feeling, not that I know, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that Chiefs is negotiating in the background. And I have a feeling they will find the players. My only thing is, I feel the players they're trying to get are players that are not easy to get over the line, because it's a lot of money, it's a lot of personal contracts and negotiations. It's a lot of things. These contracts are not the easiest contracts. But I know a lot of you would argue, we all know that, but you cannot start negotiating for a player only in the transfer window. You need to have had these discussions 2 or 3 months in advance, so that by now you are just announcing the player. But I feel like this is what Chiefs is doing. And I feel like Jessica is prepping to announce 3 to 2 players at once, and then make a big marketing campaign for it. And that is one thing I wouldn't put past to Jessica. Jessica is all about marketing and branding and stuff like that. She knows this thing will bring in money. So when she announces these new players that are coming in, she knows that it's going to put fans' eyes on Chiefs and stuff like that. So whatever she's prepping for Chiefs, trust me, it's going to be brand related. It's going to have, like, maybe Toyota will be involved, and whatever the case may be, something in J, they're cooking something just to make money. You're going to find that Kaizer Chiefs may even have a third skipper, or, Chiefs, you never know. Those are the kind of things I expect. You guys tell me what you think. Amakhosi.